Oh. Hi guys. So, I just wanted to talk about something while I get ready, because I had quite a scare yesterday. Yesterday my cat almost died. Let me start doing this because I don't like to be live without my eyebrows on. So let me fix this and then I'll start talking about it. Get my pencil here. Should at least put my eyebrows on first. I just tried to do my hair. I put some salt spray in my hair and I got, I think, like some of my sea salt spray in my eyes. My eyes are like burning. I know, pain in the butt. Let's see. Okay. Let me just fix this here. So, as you know, if you've been watching, we've been moving into this new house this week. And, it's been really crazy and stressful. That just on its own has been super stressful. But we had to up the stress, of course, yesterday because my cat needed to go to the vet. And, so ever since we moved here, hold on, ugh, the pain in the butt. Okay, here we go, that's better. My glasses back on, wherever they went. Where'd my glasses go? Trying to find your glasses when you don't have your glasses on. Where did they go? Where did they go? Where did the glasses go? Where did the glasses go? Oh, of course they did. So, oh, this is my outfit for today, by the way. Yeah, so it's been super stressful getting all moved in and stuff. But, hold on. I'm using OBS, which I've, like, never used before. Like, I've only used it a couple times. I'm trying to figure out how to use it again. So, just bear with me. But yeah, so moving in has been super stressful. And, my cat, I guess, has taken the stress to heart too. But I didn't realize at first what was wrong because all week he's been going like back and forth to his litter box. And I thought it was just anxiety at first. Like, I kind of noticed it. I don't remember if I mentioned it last time when I was live. Because my animals were around when I was live last week, like cooking in the kitchen and stuff earlier in the week. And I don't remember if I mentioned it or not that he was like going back and forth. I was like, you know, oh, he's going back and forth to his litter box like all day. But I did notice that, yeah, he was going like back and forth to his litter box like all day. It seemed like he was going to the bathroom like so much. And now looking back, I kind of realized what the issue was. But so all week he was doing that, and then we've been going back and forth to my other house that we just moved from to like pick up stuff because we didn't really hire movers because we had already kind of moved a bunch of stuff here. It was just being stored in the basement while they built this house. Like, they built the basement and then they built up, and we had all our stuff in storage, and we moved it out of storage into the basement here. So we hired movers for that, but then the stuff that we had over at our other cottage, we didn't really hire movers for that stuff. We've just been going back and forth and like taking it in our cars because we haven't sold that house yet. It's just we're going to rent it for a little while and then sell it. Sorry, my ear infection is still bothering me. I should do my ear drops. Hold on. Oh. One more. And then this one. This one's all. This bottle's empty. It's like almost. I have another bottle. I like really don't feel good. Yesterday was so stressful. I was crying, and then when I cry and then go to sleep with like all the fluid and mucus from crying, then I get all backed up. I get like phlegm in my all in my system, so especially where I was already sick. So yeah, I just don't feel good today. But yeah, so he was going all back and forth to his litter box all week, and then I didn't really think too much of it. I thought he was just anxious and kind of, you know, when I get stressed, I need like pee more. Like when I'm having like really high anxiety, I end up going pee. Like, I don't know. I don't pee myself, but I like just end up going to the bathroom a lot afterwards. It's part of that fight or flight adrenaline reflex. That's just kind of natural. So I thought it was part of that he was just a little anxious from the move and had to go more. But then, yeah, we were going back and forth picking up stuff from our house. So the other night, I think not last night, it was like 2 nights ago. A couple nights ago, he went to go use his litter box, and I noticed that I was like in the kitchen, so I was right there because his litter box is like right around the corner from the kitchen. And I noticed he like got in the litter box, and then he like was in there for a minute, and then he got out of the litter box, and he was kind of like jumped out and like had his legs like this and was like licking at his genital area and like crying. But he just did that for a minute, and then he seemed okay after that. Not like okay, but he did it for a minute, and then he stopped and was walking around, and he was fine. But I like took note of it and thought maybe he was like getting a UTI or something, and figured I'd keep an eye on it and, you know, assess whether I needed to take him to the vet if it kept going on. You know, you don't just rush him to the vet when like they cry for like a second. But then the next day, that was like at night is when that started. And then the whole next day we were back, going back and forth to our other house, picking up stuff and like doing a whole bunch of errands. So we were out most of the day. And we got home like really late that night. And by the time we got home that night, oh, excuse me, I know I'm like, this must be a pain in the ass to listen to with me. With how like congested I am. Let me think for a second. Yeah, so we got home late that night, and then when we got home, he was like waiting for us right at the door, which isn't that weird. He does usually come to the door, but he was at my mom's door, which she usually comes to my side, not my mom's side. So he was waiting for her at the door. And then we put our stuff away because I had some groceries and things. And then I think she got home actually a little bit earlier than I did because I had to go. She brought her stuff like right home from our other house, and I had to go to the grocery store afterwards. So she came right home, and then I went to the grocery and then came home. And by the time I got home with my groceries, my mom came over to me and she was like, the cat is like, you gotta come see the cat. He's doing something weird. He's acting funny. And I thought back to last night and I said, oh, is he still licking his genitals and crying? And she said, yeah, but also he was like licking his, it was like even worse. Like it was all swollen. His little cat penis. I don't know how else to put it. His little cat penis area was like, you know how usually like a cat, this is so weird. You know how usually a cat penis is, no, usually when the cats, their like penis is like tucked in, it like almost has like this little pouch that it goes into. Like it's not like on display like a dog's is. It has like this little thing that it goes up inside. And his like wouldn't, it was so swollen that it couldn't go back up inside the little pouch. So it was like sticking out. Which is not usual. And he was also like holding his legs out like this, like almost like putting them on display for us, like really wanting us to notice that something was wrong. So he was like holding his legs open and he kept licking it, and then he would cry, and he was like just obviously in a lot of pain. And then as the night went on, you could actually see like the area was like his penis and urethra area like was like, it was convulsing, like it would get like little pulses, like it was so swollen that it was like pulsing and convulsing. So it was late at night by the time we got home, and the only vet that would be open at that time would be the Caves, which is like an emergency vet that's like a half hour away and exorbitantly priced to go in for emergency services that late. So we made plans to get up really early in the morning and call the vet. I got a warm compress and I put it on his little area there, just to try to remove any, you know, pain and inflammation, get him through the night. And he was obviously in pain because he let me do it. Like, he let me just put the warm compress on his area and kind of hold it there, which most cats wouldn't want you messing with that. But he was obviously in like so much pain that he just wanted me to be able to help him in any way that was possible, and he let me. So then yesterday morning, like, this all happened like a couple nights ago, and then yesterday morning is when I finally brought him into the vet. I called like first thing in the morning at like literally 8 a.m., like right when they opened, and told him I had an emergency and what was going on, because I started reading online to try to figure out what was going on, whether it was just a UTI or what, and they said that it could be a UTI, but also the symptoms of what he was having were consistent with a blockage, which can get really serious really quickly. So this is kind of, I guess, like a little bit of a PSA that if your cat shows any of these symptoms, to really not wait and get them into the vet like ASAP, because it can become really serious really fast. If we had waited any longer, my cat could have died. What he had was a blockage, so that when a cat can't urinate, or anyone really, sorry, when you can't urinate, the bladder becomes so engorged, and then it can start backing up into the kidneys. And all that urine is containing all the toxins and things that you flushed out of your body. Your body is trying to flush out of the bloodstream. And when you can't flush that out, it backs up, and then all those toxins get washed back into the bloodstream as the kidneys shut down, and everything that the kidneys is filtering out gets washed back into the bloodstream, and it can like basically kill you because all those toxins are starting to hit your bloodstream like at once, and your system will just start going haywire. Your hormone levels will get all messed up, your potassium and your electrolytes and just everything will get all out of whack, and it can literally cause death very quickly. So they said like literally within a matter of like a couple days it can kill an animal, and we were already on starting to go on to day 2. Like he had just started, the night before that night he had started licking it and having pain, and then he went a full day, and then by that night he was in pain. We had to go get through the night into the morning, so he went over 24 hours with it like that. And by the time they saw him, his bladder was the size of a baseball, and I guess it's supposed to be like the size of a golf ball, and it was the size of a baseball. So it was getting pretty bad. They said it could have been a lot worse because I guess they said there was blood in his urine, which they would have expected, but it wasn't as bad as they would have expected. Like, it wasn't, I guess. I'm like so wheezy. I have all this congestion like all in my chest. Yeah, they said I guess a lot of times there's like a lot more blood in the urine and stuff, and they said his blood work wasn't that bad, which was good. Like, it didn't cause anything to back up yet, but just his bladder was full, and if we had waited any longer, it could have and would have started to back up, and the kidneys would have started to shut down. But that did not happen, thank God. His blood work was okay. He wasn't going through anything that needed to be. He didn't need to like go on dialysis and have his kidneys flushed or anything. He just needed to be catheterized. Well, he had a lot more than just that, because they had to like monitor him and do stuff, and they had to cath him all day. But they had to catheterize him and get the blockage out, and then they left the catheter in most of the day so that they could get him, I guess, like basically completely drained out and drain everything that was there slowly. Because he was really blocked up, and it was like literally, you know what I said, like a baseball size instead of a golf ball size is a pretty big difference. And I guess it was like hard and swollen and stuff. I'm trying to think of what else they said. But all in all, this was like terrifying because he could have died, and when we got there, they like wouldn't start working on him until I paid, which was, it's like we brought him in, and then they took him in the back, and I was talking to the vet, like filling out all the paperwork and stuff, and she's like, well, I need you to put a deposit down before we can get started on him and all that. I'm like, well, I mean, you're telling me that every like minute that goes by is basically less of a chance for him to make it. Like, it's more and more deadly the longer that you let it go. It becomes more and more fatal, because every minute is more of a chance for it to start backing up into the kidneys, or however that works. And we're here like arguing about money. Like, I'm gonna figure out a way to pay for it, obviously. I'm not gonna let my cat die. Can you please like go start working on him, and I can figure out my finances like as we go here? But she like literally wouldn't they wouldn't start working on him until I gave them a deposit, and I had to like call around to my family members and try to figure out how to get money, at least enough for a deposit, because the bill that they were giving me was like going to be ridiculous. It was estimated to be about $1,700 is the bill they gave me. So I needed a $750 deposit just to get going. So I called my mom, and she luckily was able to do this. I mean, she was really upset about it too, and we kind of got in an argument because, I mean, not like an argument, but I don't know, it was really upsetting because she was like, well, what if we do this? What if I pay for it and the cat dies anyway? I'm like, I don't want to hear right now that my cat is going to die. Like, I'm not thinking about that. I want to just get it paid so he doesn't die. Like, the more and more we argue about whether or not he's going to die is putting more of a chance for him to die. Because it's like taking longer and longer for him to get into treatment. So it was just really, really upsetting and really stressful. I'm actually going to put my PayPal information if anybody does want to help, because I still have quite a bit of a bill left. I applied for Care Credit and I was not approved, which is unfortunate because, like, I don't know, it sucks. Like, the government doesn't even give me enough to be able and allowed to get help, like, elsewhere. Like, I'm disabled, so I'm disabled and I'm on a fixed income. So I only make a certain amount of money a month. And, you know, I budget for my cat's, like, regular...
The name, thanks.
What am I saying? I budget for his regular, like, yearly vet bills and his yearly, shots and checkups and all that stuff. But, like, when a huge emergency comes up like this, it's, like, completely unexpected. He's going on 7 years old and he's never had a health problem in his life. I had a cat for 20 years that she never ever had a health problem, so I guess maybe I was spoiled in having a cat for that long that she never had any issues. She was always healthy, and she went for her yearly, you know, shots and everything. We budgeted for that, and it was pretty consistent that I had her for 20 years, and since I was 9 years old, and we never had to have something like that happen where we got a crazy bill out of the blue. But this was definitely unexpected, so I was not prepared to have to pay for something like that. And I just did not have it on me. Like, and plus part of why I didn't have it on me was because that same day, that morning, I was having the dog fence installed, which I had already, you know, made plans to have that guy come, the fence installer. His name's Ernie, and he's from we use the Dog Watch electric fence. So we had he's done it our fences for like 20 years. So we had already, you know, set up for him to come. Like, you can't really cancel it when he's already here doing the fence. Like, he's already doing the work. You can't cancel it because I had an emergency come up, and I also needed the fence for my dog anyway. Like, it's one need over the other. I know the medical need is more so, but like, you already had the guy doing it, so I already had payment lined up for him, which was literally like over $1,000 to give to him to set up a big electric fence all around my property. And that was part of my stimulus check that I had saved to go towards that. And that was like literally all the money that I had that was saved up was already going towards that, and it was already there happening, and then the cat had an emergency, like literally within the same time frame. So I had like just given away all that money that, not given away, but I had just paid with all the money that I had towards something else, like, and then this happened. So it like didn't even give me time to like start saving up again for anything else. So it's just a pain in the butt. Really stressful. I was able to get my mom to pay the deposit, so at least he's getting his treatment. But now I need to figure out how to pay the rest of the bill. So, I can show you guys the bill. I'm going to put my PayPal info here. If anybody does want to help, that would be really great. I'll go grab the bill in a second. Let me just look up my PayPal stuff. PayPal.me, I think, slash... It's something like that. Yeah, here we go. Let me see. So that's my PayPal, or you can do it through, I think, like this. PayPal.me/Anna Santina. And it'll say The Walk when you go to do it. That's just like my little, I call my, it's like my money pot. Is my, you know how a wok is like a big frying pan? It's like a big, deep Chinese frying pan. So I call it like the wok is my little money pot. So that's kind of why it's called that. But is that Anna? Let me make sure I spelled everything. PayPal.me/Anna Santina. I think that's how it goes. Anna Santina. Yes. Or you can click the link. So if anyone does want to help with that, I would really appreciate it. Obviously no obligation, like obviously no obligation, no pressure, none of that. I will show you the bill so you guys know what I'm talking about. Did I bring it over here already? So this is his little paperwork stuff. This is his BCA, is the hospital he went to. I'm going to cover up like the address and stuff. But let's see, the BCA. Weeks region. Stratus. Let's see. That's my cat Stratus. He's a feline, domestic, medium hair tabby. That's my gray tabby. And he's 6 years old. If I can see. 6 months. He'll be 7 in March. It says Stratus was admitted today. Let me cover that. With a urinary obstruction. He's doing well since getting sub-Q fluids, medication, and having his bladder unblocked with a catheter. So at least he is doing well. So you guys know the treatment's working for him. So they're going to have me monitor him for any difficulty urinating, straining in the litter box, or crying, or blood in the urine, which I guess they said when they catheterized him, he did have blood in the urine, but I haven't seen any in the litter box. His medication, please continue the medications once he gets home. Continue medications with, where is it? Continue medications with Stratus once he gets home. The medication is to help with any pain he may be having. I'm not good at lining stuff up. You will need to give him his next dose tomorrow, 10/13 at 2:30, which is in about an hour. Follow up in 7 days. I already made the appointment. So that's what's going on with him. This is his rabies certificate. This is the medication I have to give him. And let's see. Here's what I did pay already. So let's see, I paid $750 already. And I still have to pay. Total is, this is all the stuff he's done. Let me see. $852.78. So, any help would be super helpful with that. Would really appreciate it. I'm doing my PayPal because I don't have, I don't qualify for super chats yet. I don't have enough subscribers or anything, so I linked my PayPal. Plus YouTube, I believe, takes part of your super chats anyway. So if you want to donate to help Stratus, please go to my PayPal, and the kitty would really appreciate that. He is home. He stayed overnight, and we brought him home, and I have to give him his medicine at 2:30. But he's doing really well. He's all purry. Let me go get him so you can say hi and see how he's doing. Daddy! Here he is. Here he is. See? He's doing so much better. Yeah, he's purring. I don't know if you can hear. Can you hear his purrs? I don't know exactly where the microphone is, but you can hear his little. Hope you can hear his little purrs. Maybe you turn up your volume. He's the best boy. He's been very happy and very purry. He was so excited to see me when I picked him up from the vet. He was in his little carrier, and it was all zipped up, and there's like a mesh part at the top, and he was like pushing his head up against the mesh trying to get to me and head boop me. Oh, he's almost due for his medicine though, so he might be starting to, go downhill. Not go downhill, but I don't know exactly how he's feeling now because he's almost due for his next dose of medicine. Mwah. Mwah. My baby cat. But yeah, he's the best cat ever. He's so sweet. He's never hurt anyone. He's never scratched. He's never bit nobody in his whole 7 years on this planet almost. And he's just the best little kitty. Yeah, look at that smile. That little kitty smile. Yeah. Yeah. He's pretty. Yeah. He handled it so well. He handled it like a trooper. He's so good. I got your new rabies tag, Stratty, to put on your collar too. I take this one off and put the new one on. Yeah. So, he's got new cat food to take because I guess They say most of the time when a urinary obstruction happens, I guess it's related to diet. I really do buy him like the most high, like I buy him one of the more expensive cat foods. Like I try to get him the really good ones with no fillers and stuff, like no corn and the stuff they say the cats shouldn't really have that like is all just filler for them. So I always try to get him like the really good cat foods. I did switch his food this month, just tried something new. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but he's been eating it all month and he hasn't really had an issue. But they also say stress can set it off, and we did move. He hasn't seemed stressed, but he's always been like a really chill cat. But I don't know if diet and the stress and whatever, I don't know. So they do want me to change his diet. On top of that, now the cat food itself is going to be really expensive. So I have to get him this really expensive cat food. But that's something that I can handle myself. I'm not asking anyone to help me like with his regular food or anything. But if anyone can help with the vet bill, donations are very much welcome. But, you know, his food is his monthly food, and I obviously am going to have to figure out how to budget for that, and that's fine. I already bought him a case of it. I bought him 2 cases of the cat food. I think the other one's in my car. And I bought him a bag of the dry food. It all comes in like the same thing, and it's a prescription diet. Is this stuff here? Urinary care. You can see. Urinary care prescription diet for C&D, multi-care, stress, and then hold on. Oop, sorry, it's right here. Here you go, buddy. You almost got your medication. Stick around, I got your medicine, buddy. Hold on. Let me cover this here. And put my. But yeah, this is just his name, Stratus. It's got my address and stuff like that. So but yeah, so I bought a big case of this. He's already eaten like 3 cans of it. He's such a big boy. I had to talk to the vet because they said to like give him like I think a 4th cup of food, of the dry food twice a day, or 2 cans of of the wet food. And I'm like, that's not going to be enough for him. Like, he already this morning ate a full can. Like, and I know he eats like 3 times a day. Like, by this afternoon and then tonight, he's going to be starving again. So, he's a very big cat. He's like 12 pounds. So, they were like, yeah, that's fine. So I mentioned that to the vet this morning, that he had already eaten like a full can of the cat food, and is the feeding instructions able to be changed at all? And she said, yeah, that was fine. They obviously don't want to starve him if he's hungry, because he's a big cat. He eats a lot. He's not fat, obviously. He's in good shape. Hi, Stratty. He's not a fat cat. He's pretty active still. He goes outside most of the time and he plays and runs around the house. He still gets his. He acts like a kitten sometimes. He still gets his like 3 a.m. zoomies and goes crazy in the middle of the night. So, yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I can feed him enough because I don't want to starve my cat. Obviously, it's even if I have to buy more cat food because he's eating more. Is what it is. It is what it is. But I'm just so happy that we got him there in time and he made it, and we'll figure out the financial situation, but yeah, I'm trying to not let the stress of that bother me too much, because the overwhelming happiness that my cat is just okay is above and beyond any financial issues. But I do feel the need to ask for some help. So even if you can't donate anything, if you can share this video, that would be great. Hi, bud. And if not, that's fine too. I just definitely want people to know to be aware that male cats can develop these problems. I remember my friend Cassie had her cat that she said used to get crystals in his urine. And I never realized that was like something that could just happen and start happening randomly. But I guess it's starting to happen to Stratus now. They said it was part crystals and part, I guess, there's like cells in the bladder that just like kind of almost like uterine lining, they slough off. And I guess when they looked at him, he has like a really even kind of a regularly long and thin, even more thin than most cats, his urethral tube opening, I guess, that whole urethral area is even thinner than most male cats. It's like really long and thin. And his is even more long and thin than most. So I guess he's just prone to it, and they're surprised it hasn't happened before now. So could have been the stress set it off maybe, and he was more tense, so that area maybe constricted more and it got blocked. I don't know. Maybe, with the stress of the move, that area everything was more constricted, since you get tense when you're stressed, and then anything that was sloughing off as it was constricted, it got stuck and built up, and then it blocked completely. Not quite sure. I'm not a vet. I don't know exactly how this stuff works, but if you have a male cat, I would definitely talk to your vet about their diet and make sure they're drinking enough water and stuff. He usually does drink fine, and I always add water to his whenever he eats like canned food, I add extra water and stuff to it. Because I'll take the can. And like usually when you eat canned food, when you go to use canned food, there's stuff that like gets stuck on the sides or the bottom of the can. So I'll take a little bit of water and kind of swish it around to get all that extra stuff off, and then give him the water too. So he always gets extra water with that kind of stuff. I try to give him extra water. Him and the dog share like a big bowl of water, and I'm like constantly refilling it, but I don't know if the dog ends up drinking most of it, but I see him drink all the time. But it is true that since we moved, I haven't seen him drinking as much as he was. I don't know if maybe he didn't know where I put the new water dish. I've seen him drink a few times though, but I don't know. I definitely haven't noticed him drinking as much as he used to when we were at the cottage. So I don't know. I'm not going to dwell on what exactly caused it. I'm glad that we caught it in time and that he's doing well and that his blood work was good. He seems to be on the mend. He's not crying. The vets love him, though. When he's at the vet, they said he was like the chillest cat. They love him. They said like, oh, his fur is like softer than... Yeah, that's what they said. They said his fur is softer than like any cat they've ever met. And they're a vet, so they've apparently see like a lot of cats. And I've always said that too, like his fur is like chinchilla. It's like so soft. It's like different than most cats' fur. It's like super, super soft. But yeah, he's like my little emotional support cat. And I don't know what I'd do without him. He got me through when my previous dog died. Which is actually something we're going to talk about in a little bit, because I got a gift from an art place or on Instagram. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But when my dog died, the dog that I had before Aura, I had a big white German Shepherd. He was like the best dog ever. But he passed away in 2017. He was hit by a car, but he was 11 years old, 11 and a half, and he was having health issues already. But we were treating his health issues, and he was doing well. So it was kind of sad, because I had just gotten him on the medication that was getting him better. I'll just do my eyeliner here. I had just gotten him on the medication that was getting him better. And, like, he was in bed all the time before that, my dog. Like, he was always just laying around because he didn't feel good. And when I finally got him better, and he was all happy, and he was running around with me, and we were going on Memorial Day to a barbecue. And he was so happy, he was running around. And I blame myself because I forgot to leash him. Or I just didn't think of it because we were just going next door to my brother's house, who lived like literally right, like my house was here and his house was right here. So I just didn't think to leash the dog because we were only going like 2 feet. And we went to cross the road in a car. Literally, I was right here. My dog ran a little bit ahead of me, and a car was flying up the road and hit my dog right fucking in front of me. Sorry for the swear. They hit my dog right in front of me. My dog, what happened was he stepped out into the road, and the car was coming, and I saw it coming up the road, but he was like halfway between like my brother's house. He was halfway between my brother's house and my house, and he was like right here. The car was coming up the road, and I froze because I didn't know if I should call him back or not, because I thought maybe if I called him back that he would pause to look at me and then like decide if he wanted to come back. So I didn't know if he would have a better chance if I just let him keep running. Like, it seemed like he would have a better chance if he just kept running and got to my brother's side of the road where he was going, instead of if I tried to call him back to me. So I just froze. I didn't know what to do, and he got hit. Because, yeah, I thought if I called him that he would, most dogs, when you call them, they turn, they look, and then they start running back. But he's like, I didn't even have time to decide to, like, have him take that moment to pause and then turn around. The car was flying, and I was, like, praying that they would see him and brake, and they didn't. I get so emotional every time I talk about this. This is why I literally have, like, PTSD about Aura. This is why I needed the fence, the electric fence in my yard. It's because I'm, like, have literal PTSD about my dog getting off leash. Like, it gives me a severe panic attack, and I, like, break down and have issues. Because seeing my dog, that was, like, my baby, that I had for 12 years, or 11 and a half years, or whatever, get hit by a car right in front of my fucking eyes when I'm standing right there and there's nothing I can do, and plus blaming myself for not having him leashed in the first place. It's, like, very traumatic. And so, yeah, that's why I needed the fence that I was talking about earlier. So my current service dog has a fence that she can't go out of the yard at all without me there. And I always leash her now. That's why I'm like so diligent about anywhere we go, she has to be leashed. Anywhere outside the yard, she's leashed. I'm like very, very, very strict on dogs being leashed now. Something also to take, another PSA to take into consideration for anyone who leaves your dogs unleashed and stuff in the yard. They could just decide to take off running into, they see something, they want to chase it. It's definitely not good to have your dog just being free roaming. I mean, unless they have like perfect recall, I don't trust it. So Aura has her electric fence so that she doesn't take off and she's safe. So let's see, just some blue eyeshadow. What was I saying? So yeah, I was talking about my dog on Instagram one day, because I was just kind of memorializing him. I don't know, I think about him a lot. I think about him like almost every day. So I've made a few posts about him on Instagram, and I got followed by this company that makes, I guess they make memorial stonework, little, I don't know what you would call them, memorial pieces. Let me look up their Instagram and I'll link it so you guys can see. Artries. So their Instagram is called Artries Official. They are called Memorial Gifts Stone Photo Frames, designed by Korean something. I don't know what that says. And the guy's name was James. He was a really nice guy. He messaged me wanting to send me something. Let me see. Hold on. Link stuff here. Okay. So I made my post on Instagram, and I'll read what mine said. So I put a post with like a picture of me and my dog when he was a puppy, and I wrote, "Me and my first forever dog Robin in 2007." There's a picture when I was younger, when he was a puppy. I can show you the picture in a little bit when I pull it up. I'm trying to use OBS so I can actually show you guys some pictures and stuff. So I had just turned 20, and Robin was about 5 months old here. Cute baby Robin, my best boy. He passed away in 2017, 4 years ago. He got me through so much. I got him shortly after getting out of my first mental hospital experience, and after my bunnies died. I had 2 bunnies that got eaten by fisher cats, actually, because they were outdoor rabbits, and my mother moved their hutch in their yard closer to the woods when I did not want them over there in the first place, for that very reason. So I had them closer to the house, and she moved their cage closer to the woods, and of course they ended up getting eaten by fisher cats. So I got him shortly after getting out of my first mental hospital experience, and after my bunnies died, I wanted to get a pet that was too big and ferocious to get eaten, as a fisher cat had came into the yard and stole my bunnies right out of their house. It had a doggy door for them to go in at night, and I forgot to lock the flap door one night. Fisher cat went right into their house and dragged them out. Robin was, that's just a side note about my bunnies. Robin was there for me mentally and emotionally. It was always a good boy. He was there when my father was sick with cancer and was there to comfort me when he eventually passed away. He was there when my cat I'd had for 20 years passed away too. He was there through my struggles with addiction and my last day in a psychiatric hospital to finally get diagnosed with autism in 2015. When I was struggling with suicidal thoughts, he was the one thing that I forced myself to stay alive for because I didn't want to leave him. I could say so much more about Robin and his personality as a dog, but that's just some of what he was there to help me with through. From 2007 to 2017, between age 20 to age 30, I've grown a lot, but you never grow out of loving your dog. And so I posted that, and this page, Artries, followed me, and they sent me a message. The man's name is James. He was very nice. He said, he's James. I'm James, who is the owner of Artries. I read your writing carefully and felt deep sorrow from it. I haven't actually started any promotion for my new product called My Cutest Friend yet. I'm not going to read all of it, but he's talking about how much they produced, and they're basically working on a new project, and they're, I guess, sending out little bits to, like, as a test to see if people like it. They're trying to launch it around Christmas, so if anyone's interested in this product for around Christmas time is when I think they'll be launching it. Oh wait, no. So the inventory of the products wouldn't be enough for Christmas. Okay, so they don't have it. Sorry, scratch that. They don't have enough for their Christmas launch, so they're only sending out like a few here and there. I guess as a kind of a test run. So if you contact them, you may be able to buy one there, but I guess they don't have like a super large stock of it. But I think it's something that they will be coming up with more in the future. So if you like it, I'm going to unbox it in a little bit. And if it's something you like, you can contact them at artries.official. I put their link there. So he said, nonetheless, I'd like to give you one as a free gift because I think this product is perfect for your dog. And then we just talked about shipping information and stuff. And then he said, for Robin, and sent me a picture of what he was planning on sending me. And I said, oh my God, that's so sweet of you. And stuff like that. And we just discussed some more stuff. So, yeah, we talked about it a little bit, and I just thought that was so nice of him to send me that. So we're going to unbox it now, and we'll see how it looks in person, and then maybe we can go through some photos of my dog if I can figure out how to pull it up on OBS. And we can try to decide which photo we're going to put in it, because I guess it's supposed to be like a photo thing, so. Hold on, get the box. I did cut it open because I didn't want to have to deal with doing that on camera. So. This stuff. Okay. I got this a week or so ago, but we've been in the middle of moving, so I haven't opened it because I've just had so much other stuff. I had moving boxes and stuff to open. So, hold on, I think this is just Artries, My Cutest Friend dog figurine with photo frame and holes for a dog collar. Aw, what, you can put their dog, their collar for indoor and outdoor display. Maybe you can put their old dog collar in it. That's cute. I think you can put, let's see. That sounds like you can put their dog collar, you save your dog's collar as a memorial. I think it's saying something about you being able to put your dog's collar in it. That would be really cute, because I did save Robin's old collar. Okay, let's see. So here's the box. It says, Artries, my cutest friend. What's that say? Forever cherished and loved. Let me turn a light on. It's a little dark in here. All right. So, put it up this way. Gray color. Yeah, there was champagne and gray, and I picked the gray because I don't know. I don't like champagne. I got too much yellow stuff in here already as it is. I'd rather have gray. Okay, so a little card. It says thank you. I don't know why they're thanking me. They're the one that sent it to me. Thank you, James. Let's see. Try to open it without hurting it. Okay, so once again, Artries, my cutest friend. The story of my cutest friend. Free and brand Artries, my cutest friend, helps you keep the best memory of your pet in a durable stone frame. My cutest friend will shine as the best decoration in your home or garden. The design of my cutest friend was inspired by my dog sleeping peacefully and 2 chickadees singing sweetly in a garden. Aw. Okay. Okay. And then we have a note from James. Let's see. Sending deepest condolences for this loss through which you have lived. Your dog was not simply a pet, but a loved one you won't forget. A member of your family whose passing is a tragedy. Hoping this keepsake will help you hold your memories strong and true. The friend you lost should be treasured, for love lasts beyond all measure. Sincerely, James. That's sweet. And I lost my dog about 4.5 years ago now, but I really do think about him like every day. And I even accidentally called Aura Robin a couple times. Robin was my old dog, my German Shepherd. And I even sometimes still call Aura Robin. I know it's horrible because they're not the same dog at all, but sometimes I just mess up. Okay, we'll open the rest of this. Let's see. Okay, so there's this. This must be to cut the photo, I think. And it's 4x6. So I think this is to cut whatever your photo. It's like, I don't know if you can see. It's like a measuring thing. So I think this is just to, you know, if you have a photo, you can cut it straight or whatever. I think that's what that's for. Okay. So there it is. Get it out. Try not to break it. Ooh, it's heavy. It's heavy stone. This is nice. Oh, it does. Yeah, you can put the collar right through the holes, I believe. You might like put it right through these 2 holes so that it sits right there. Okay, I want to leave the box so I can put it back in until I find something to hold it. This is really nice. Okay, it even has like this really, it's not like a regular photo frame. It has this nice, like, to put the photo in. Look at that. Look, it's like a, look at this. That's really nice. It's like wood and stone. I think that's like, is it wood or is it stone? I think it's wood and stone on it. Okay. So There we go. All right, here. Okay, that has directions for outdoor use. I'll read that in a second, but let me try to show you the rest of this. There we go. Okay. All right, check this out. It's adorable. There's the two chickadees on top. Little chickadees. So I'm gonna find a place to put it. Be like on top of my bookshelf or something. If I put it up there on the bookshelf, might look good over there. Yeah, something like that. I think that would look nice. Yeah, that would be a nice place for it. So this was where you would put the collar, and then the collar would wrap through the holes. You can buckle it and then have it sit like kind of here behind the dog. There's a little doggy guy. There's some flower, little flower. He's sitting in a garden. There's some little chickadees up here. So this is really nice, and I just wanted to thank Artries Official for that. They didn't ask me. This isn't like sponsored or anything. They literally gave it to me, and I told them that I appreciated it so much that I would mention it on my channel. So I don't get anything else. Like, I don't get paid from them. They gave me this, and I like it. I think it's really nice. So I'm telling you guys about it, and yeah, I just thought that was really sweet. It was really sweet of them to offer that to me. So if any of you guys have a pet that you've lost, they also make ones, I believe, for humans as well. So if you have a loved one that you've lost, they make different ones, not just for pets. This is like, I guess, a new line that they're doing. So the pet thing is new, but they've been making ones, I guess, for humans as well, which I might buy one for my stepdad, who passed away. Since he was like a father to me. And he's my stepdad, but he like pretty much raised me since I was 13. My real father has not been a father to me very much at all. I didn't really even know what a father was supposed to be until I met my stepdad. So, and I've also known my stepdad since I was like born, pretty much. But then we lost touch for a while, and then my mom married him again when I was like 13. So, but I've known him my whole life. So him passing was very hard on me. We were really close. So I might look through and see what they have and see if I can find one that would be good for my stepdad. But yeah, they make ones for humans as well. The ones that I saw were like angels, and I don't think that would really, I don't know, we weren't really that religious, so I don't want to get an angel for him. But I'll see if they have anything else. If they have something different, I might get one for my stepdad. But this one's for my dog Robin, who passed away. I'm very glad that I don't have to get one for my cat, because he is doing well. Thank God. This almost would have had to have a cat one, but cat's doing good. We caught that in time, and so glad to have him home and doing well. He's coming up on time for his medication, so yeah. So we have this. I'm going to put it back in the box for a second so that it doesn't get, at least over here, put it like this in the bars so it doesn't get damaged. Prop it up over here, maybe. And now I want to just go through some of my photos if I can and see if I can find a good picture of my dog. So let's see. I have some pictures of him. Let's see. Maybe I can use OBS. I'm going through his screen. I put on a little slideshow to see what I have. That's my dog at Christmas. That's not, I don't really want to use a Christmas. Oh, that's my dog and my cat when they were, I don't know if this is showing yet, is it? Okay, it is. So that's them with my kittens. When Stratus and Sophie were kittens. I wouldn't want to use that one because my kittens aren't dead. That's him lying on top of my cat Sophie. I don't know if there's a way that I can go through the photos without... I have it on a slideshow, but I want to be able to just like pick which picture, but I don't know how to use this OBS thing very well. Let's see. Properties. That's him looking at one of my chickens who passed away. He didn't kill it, it just passed away, but he was very interested in it. Yeah, it needs to be one that's lengthwise, not like horizontal. So that's him in a big winter puddle. Let's see. Memorial Day. Add files. Can we do it that way? Let's see. Trying to figure that out. Let's see. Okay. See. Trying to find stuff. Okay, does that work? How do I... Okay, it's going again, I think. You just keep showing ones of my cat. I don't know how to... Can I make it so that I can choose the image? Yes, no? Order? I don't know. That was him walking in the woods on a trail. That's him with my bike. That's our favorite trail we used to go walk on. Oh, there's the chicken picture again. It's because I re-uploaded stuff. Trying to... it's like going back through them all. Properties. Use hotkeys. What hotkeys though? Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to mess with stuff on why is it stuck now? I don't know what I'm doing with OBS. It's like really bad. What are the hotkeys? It said use hotkeys to change the picture. But what are the hotkeys? What keys? What keys? Alright, let me try that again. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, like that one. That's a nice one. Like I could potentially crop that and use something like that. Black and white. I always like black and white images. This I put like some of his more artistic photos that I've taken. Some of them. Let's see. How do I might have to just put it on manual. I gotta put it on just automatic mode because I don't know how to do it otherwise. I don't know what the hotkeys are to do this. I can figure that out some other time. Okay. Oh, that's just him staring. That's him with his stick. And then with his stick, he's a big wolf. I love that picture because he looks like a wolf. Okay, that one's not the right way. Not the right way, but whatever. He's so pretty. He was so pretty. There we go. Let me move this smaller so you can see the pictures. Some of them are bigger. Okay, that's another one I could crop just because it, I don't know, that was him. He's just, the way he's looking at me in that photo is nice. There's his little stick again. It keeps going back through the same ones. Aw, that's a cute one. He was such a pretty dog. He was such a sweet, gentle dog. Like my big white wolf, we used to call him. Yeah, I'm just looking for a picture that'll fit nice in this stream thing, in this photo thing. Let's see. Find something that'll fit in here nicely. Not that one. That one's too vertical. I gotta find either one that's horizontal or one that, like, he's set back a little bit that I can crop him horizontally. Let's see. Yeah, like, I think that one would be good. Or even that one. I'm gonna fix the lighting on that one, though. There's so many good ones. Oh! That one's a little washed out. I don't want to do that one. Let's back to the same picture. Let's see. It's him with his big stick. His big stick. Go into my makeup a little bit more while I'm going through these. Oh my god, that's when he was like a little bit sick and he lost like a ton of weight. He got so skinny. He's usually like 100-pound, like, see, he's like muscle. He's like a big 100-pound German Shepherd. He was a big boy. He was usually like 95 pounds. Like that. That's muscle. He's a big, big, strong boy, but there was one point where he was going through allergies, and he had like really bad allergies, and he had some skin issues and an infection, and he lost like a ton of weight and went down to like 75 pounds or something like that. That was like his lowest weight ever. And he looked so skinny. Like, you can just see how much skinnier he looks there. It's like crazy. Oh, that might be a nice picture too. Just because he's sleeping. I should print out a few and then I can change them. This is so hard to decide. I'll just print out a few of them and then I can change them up. That's one of my favorite ones. Like, if I could crop that back a little bit, that might be a nice one to do. That black and white one where he's standing by my gazebo fence thing. That's definitely like one of my favorites. That one too. Like, this whole series of photos that I did with him standing by our, that's like our arbor where we had our grapevine. That's like one of my favorites. I hate how it keeps going back to different, like the same picture. Same picture. Whoop. Oh, sorry, dropped my makeup. Okay, did I go through all of them? I might have gone through them all already. I'm gonna change to a different set. Let's see. Yeah, let me go change to a different set of pictures because I tried to just upload like a few at a time. Defaults. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna fix that. Hold on. Files. Okay. I have also. I don't want to use his puppy photos because I don't know. He didn't die as a puppy. He lived his full life. He was a big old man. I'll put some of my more artistic shots so we can go through those. And let me see. I'll pull up some of these. Try to just pull some up here. I'm trying to find more, mostly some more vertical, not vertical, more horizontal shots. Let's see. I should show you guys some with pictures when he was a puppy, though. I'll try to pull some of those in here. Just because you were so cute. Alright, here, I'll pull some. Hold on. I hate to put pictures of him when he was a puppy. I don't want to put those pictures on his memorial thing because he was a wise old man when he died. He wasn't a puppy. He was a big, wise old man. But I do want to show you guys some of his puppy pictures because he was so cute. Oh my god, maybe I should do his shoe thief picture. I'm going to show you guys that one. Alright, let's just go through a few of those. Hold on. Okay. Let me make this a little smaller. Some of them are really big. Okay. That's a cute one. It's him in the sun. It's him in the fall. He was a little older there. A few years before he passed. He was like probably 7. That one was when he was a puppy. He was like maybe a year tops, barely. He was like 8 months old. He was so fuzzy and crazy. That one, yeah, he was like a year old. I was with my friends hiking. We hiked for like 7 hours. He was still raring to go when we got home. It's from that same day. We hiked and we got lost in the woods and we came out like on the other side of town. Like, no, not on the other side of town. We came out like 2 towns over. That might be a nice one to put just because it's both of us together. Nice picture to have, but Yeah. We brought him his water and his frisbee with us. We got lost. We hiked for 7 hours. Came out of the woods 2 towns over. We had to call someone to pick us up. Ooh, this is like an artistic piece I did of him. I like that one. I have it's photography that I did. That one too. I have the original photography that I did as well, and then I did like some renderings. So I like those ones. That one's not horizontal though. Neither is the other one. That's just him sleeping on the floor. These were during his older days where he was getting ill and he was having all those medical issues, so he was always sleepy. This too, he was an older man, hanging out with my goats. He would watch over the goats, watch over the chickens. He was a very good dog. It's our little farm dog. Or my service dog that I have now is not a farm dog. She does not really understand. She's getting a little better at it, but she does not understand how to behave on a farm. It's a little photography I did with him and his piggy. Oh, that one's my favorite. This I'm doing a diamond art of. I sent that one into a custom diamond art place, and they make diamond art things of your own photography. So I sent that in. I'm having that one done as a big, huge diamond art piece. That's that one that was before of him with his stick, but I did it in black and white. That one might be good if I can crop it. That's one I was thinking of. And there's a few other ones actually of the same series. That's just him and some other dog playing. He's that one. They're closest to the camera. Yeah, that's the other one of him in the fall. I have that one actually printed out over here. I have that one already printed. This is from that same day. But yeah, I have that one printed already. Here. This is all that same day. Him in the fall, playing with sticks, playing in the leaves. Yeah. Oh, I call that my little polar bear pic. He looks like a little polar bear with his ears back. We used to call him a polar bear when he was a puppy too. Oh, and his big bunny ears. I love in the sunlight. You can see the pink through his ears. That was him on the beach, playing with his frisbee. Oh, he got that frisbee when he turned a year old, and he had it his whole life. That might be a nice pic too. Just because he looks so happy. That's how I want to remember him. I don't want to remember him as a puppy, because that wasn't him for very long. He became such a wise old dog. And I don't want to remember him when he was sick. I want to remember him older, during those prime wise old man years, but not sick. Yeah, that's that's the same one from when he was a pup. That same day with my friends, hanging from the trees. That's my favorite picture though. I call that my besties, my best friends, because my dog is my best friend and those are my 2 other best friends. It's my best friend Jackie. We've known each other since high school. Since we were 15. Still my bestie. I know there's more than that. We haven't gone through yet. It's keeps going back to the same pictures. Why does it keep going back to the same ones? I couldn't have gone through all of them yet. I know there's more than that. I know there's more than that. Yeah, that's when he was not feeling well. Lying on the floor. I think he was fine there. He was just sleepy because he was playing with his ball. Back to the goats. Why is it just going through the same ones? I don't really know how to do this. This is my first time really using OBS, so give me a little bit of slack. Okay, there's a slightly different one. And there's one I could crop too, because he's more down in the frame. Yeah, there were a few that I thought I pulled up some of his more baby pictures too. Yeah, that's the diamond art photo, and I have to finish because I'm working on that diamond art, but I haven't been able to work on it because we were in the middle of moving. I just like to do a little bit of contour here. Yeah, that's the one I think I wanted to do. Something like that. There's a few other photos from that series, because I do like little mini photo shoots with my dogs. As a photographer, I always did like little shoots. So there'll be like often like a few from like a series, I call them. Oh, yeah, it keeps going through the same ones again. Let's figure out what I did wrong. Automatic. No, I definitely have more than what's in there. I definitely have more pictures than what's coming up, so I don't know what exactly is going on. Randomize, loop, maybe not loop. Okay, maybe that's why. Let's try that. Okay, that's that same one again. Is it gonna switch it up? Okay, I'm gonna try a new lipstick. Well, slightly different. This one's called Sangria. Maybe you can only put so many pictures in the slideshow at once, so it's only going through the same ones. I don't know. I think it's like a more purpley color. Yeah, it's more pinky purple. Yeah, this keeps going through the same picture, so. Here we go. Oh yeah. My hair is a mess, but whatever. I just put some sea salt spray in it and kind of scrunched it around, but it doesn't look the best. Alright, so I think I'm going to probably do, at least for now, I'm going to probably print out a few and do, like, definitely that one. There's, like, a few of them, but I'm not sure which one. There's, like, a few of them from that series with raising the grass with the dandelions, because I'll try to show you. I have his baby picture. I have one of his baby pictures that I did the same thing. So I did like a shot when he was a baby, and then I did the same, or at least tried to do like a similar shot when he was an adult. And so it was cute. I want to actually get those two pictures printed off and put them next to each other. Like, I think that would be cute, but I have a lot of things I want to do with some of the photography from my dog. But let me see. Oh, see, there's a different one. I haven't seen that one yet. Maybe you really just can't do the same ones all at once. I think there's like a limit to how many can go at once or something. Let's see. There's that diamond art one again. Yeah, there's a different one. That's him chewing on a stick. He was pretty young there too. I can tell because like which houses I lived at, like the yard, because we moved a ton. There's that same picture, but a little bit different, less blurry. Oh, that's one of my favorite ones too. I have that one on my phone. It's like been my phone background like forever. And that one's cute. Yeah, he was a little bit younger there. That was when we lived at our first house that we had him at. So he only lived there from like ages 1 to 3. Yeah, he lived there from like, we got him in 2007-ish, early 2007, and we left there in late 2009. So he was only like 3 or 4. He was like Aura's age in these first 4 years. So he was probably like 2 or 3, maybe, at that point in those pictures. This was at our second house. So he's a little bit older there. Same with that one. That one, he was very young. He was helping us move gravel. That was like when we first got him. When we like first moved into that house there. He's still young there. He had to be tied up or we were afraid he'd leave the yard. Let's see. That's him playing with like one of my dad's daughters who they apparently just let wander around in a diaper, but very odd. To that picture. I'm like deleting them one at a time to see if it'll go to the pictures that I had loaded on there. That one's so funny. I always look at that one. It looks like he's like leaning over like a fence or something. Like, howdy, neighbor. Yeah, there's that picture. I have the one printed. I already have that one printed. He looks so ferocious there, but he's really just showing off his stick. He's never hurt anyone in his life. But he looks so funny showing off his big stick. That's at the top of Mount Major. We went there with me and my brother. We all hiked that. It's a doggy again. Yeah, we hiked to the top of Mount Major. That was fun. This picture is literally 3 days before he passed away. It's the last picture I ever have of him. I did a little photo shoot in my garden with him, not knowing that that would be the last shoot that we ever did. He was just getting on his medication and starting to feel better, and he was coming back out into the yard with me. He wasn't very active, but he was, still coming. He was coming. He used to just be laying around because he was not feeling good, and he finally started coming back out into the garden with me. Even if he was just laying in the dirt watching the chickens. It was a good day. And that was the last, so I decided to do a little photo shoot with him out there, and it was the last set of pictures I've ever taken of him, because 3 days later, he was dead. I think I took these on like the 24th or 25th, and he was dead he passed away on the 26th into the night of the 27th. That was when Memorial Day. He got hit by a car on Memorial Day weekend. Oh, it's sad. That was my last pic of him. Very unfortunate. It's a very good dog. Back to the same picture. Let's see. Aww. That was in 2013. That was around the time I was struggling really bad with my mental health, and he was giving me kisses. He was being my big emotional support dog. He wasn't a service dog because I didn't know at the time that I qualified for one because I got him in 2007. I did get him right after I got out of a mental hospital. The first psychiatrist hospital I ever went to when I was younger. And it was in 2007. I got him right after I got out of the hospital. As an emotional support type of dog, kind of at-home service dog, I guess, because he did help me with my issues, and he would let me lay on him like a pillow, and I would listen to him breathing, and that would calm me down. He would like lay down, and I would lay on him because he was like a big dog. He was like 100 pounds. I could literally lay on him, like as like almost like cuddling it with him like another human, like bracing myself on him. He's definitely stronger than I was. So I would lay on him. He would lay across my bed, and I called him my pillow puppy because I would lay on him like that and wrap my arms around him, and I'd fall asleep on him like a pillow, and the sound of his breathing would calm me down when I was having panic attacks and stuff. So I found him really helpful. It's hard to be. It was like really hard when he passed away, and that's why I was talking earlier about my cat. When he passed away, my cat, who was like he never liked to be held or lay around. He was always wanted to be out doing things. He was still young. He was barely a year old he was like almost 2 when my dog passed away. Or he had just turned 2. I think he just turned 2 when my dog passed away. So he was still like a young kitten-like cat. He always wanted to be running around doing things, doing cat things. But my dog passed away, and I couldn't get out of bed for literally 3 months. I stopped eating, and I was like literally falling apart. I was like severe grief. I couldn't eat. I had to switch to a liquid diet because I couldn't keep solids down, or I always like felt like throwing up anytime I ate. So I lived off of smoothies for literally 3 months. For at least 2 months, I just stayed in bed and cried. And then I finally started getting up and trying to be active and do things because I had school still. I was in massage school at the time, so I had to go to school. I didn't want to drop out. So I think I took like a couple weeks off, but I did go back to school. And I think, was I still working at the time? No, I wasn't working at the time. I was off work at that point. I had already been disabled and all that, but my cat came and he would lay on top of me. He would lay on my chest or right next to me while I slept, like literally all day. He would like not leave my side. So after my dog died, he became like my little emotional support cat. And then a few months later is when I got Aura, my service dog, in training. Well, she wasn't in training back then, but my service dog now, she was in training when I got her. So that's how that all played out. This is one of my favorite pictures. I have one where he's tied. I actually had to edit the rope away because I just thought the rope was kind of blocking some of the picture. I'd love to get that one printed out too. He was really young in that picture, but he was just so beautiful when he was as he got older, his white fur got like less, like his markings more set in, and he ended up getting like he was like bright white when he was younger. But as he got older, he started getting these like apricot colored markings that were more like a peach color. But I think he was really beautiful when he was, I loved his markings too, but I think he was like really beautiful when he was just like pure white. Like that was like right after a bath too. So he looked really good. He was such a beautiful dog. My magical creature. Yeah, he was just young and sprightly. Let's see. Oh, that's him carrying the bucket again. Yeah, see, that's the one with the rope. Same one. I just edited the rope out. That's with my buddies on that day that we all hiked. That's in front of my old house. He was the one we moved from before we went to the cottage. Came with his stick. He was still a little young there. That's my stepdad was still alive when I took that picture. I knew that because we used to carry the wood in together. He used to help me carry the wood. We would bring logs into the house for the fire, and I'd give him a log to carry in his mouth, and he'd drop it, carry it in, drop it, and then run back out. I'd give him a log and then pick up my logs myself, and then we'd all run to the house together. He'd drop it, we'd go back out, I'd get another load in my arm, give him one, and we'd run back in together. Just kept up the moral support. There's him on the beach with his little frisbee. It was funny. He was such a good dog. He was so smart too. Like when he was a puppy, he learned all of his that's another shoot from that last photo shoot a few days before he passed away. And that's that one. Oh, that's the photo that I did. That's like right on the cusp. I loved it because it was right on the cusp between winter and fall. Yeah, that's one of the ones I want to put in the photo frame. I want to get that one printed out. I'm going to get a few printed and switch them. But, yeah, what was I saying? When he was a puppy, we taught him, like, literally he knew all of his toys and stuff by, like, the first week. We had, like, a little toy basket. And, we had a little toy basket with like a bunch of toys that we had bought him before we got, preparing to get a new puppy. You buy them a bunch of toys. And like the week he came home, literally, we started teaching him all of his toys. So we'd say, Robin, go get your bear. Robin, go get your bear. Robin, go get your bunny. Robin, go get your ball, your rope, this type, that type of stuff. And he would go get them. He would go get each toy, and then we'd have him put each toy back in his basket, but like one by name. So he literally learned the name of all of his toys like within a week. Like he knew all of them. And he would say, Robin, and he would put them away in his little toy basket. Say, Robin, put away get your bunny, put it back. And he'd go get his little bunny toy. And he'd put it back in his toy basket. So he would take his toys out, and then he would clean up after himself by us telling him which toy to put back one by one. It was so cute. And that was literally, he was like 10 weeks old when we got him. So between like 10 and 11 weeks, he learned all of that. And like just throughout his life, he learned so many words. By the time he was an old man, that's why I call him like my old wise old man, because he knew like so much. Like he was so quick to learn things that by the time he was older, he like knew everything. There was one time like he seemed to like listen in on conversations, and like he would perk up when you're talking about things that like revolve around him. And there was one time me and my mom, we weren't even talking, like even when you're not talking to him, you're not talking to the dog, you're just talking amongst each other like a family. Like say we're sitting around the couches, me and my mom are talking about something. So there was one time I was rubbing my mom's back. I was in her bedroom because I do massage and stuff, and my mom, I'd give her free massages all the time. So I was giving my mom a back rub, and we were talking about my stepdad who had passed away. It had been a few years at this point, but my mom used to keep my stepdad, but I call him my dad's old boots. She used to keep his old boots in the back of her closet because she had plans to get them like bronzed one day, but we couldn't really afford to do it, so we've just been like have them there set aside and I guess saving up for it. So she had my stepdad's old boots way in the back of her closet, and we were just giving her, I was rubbing her back, and we were talking about my stepdad. And I think I said the word daddy, or she said the word daddy, because we used to tell Robin, "Daddy's home, daddy's home." And he would get all excited and run to the door. He like adored my stepdad. So one of us must have said the word dad or something. Because, we were talking about him. I don't know if we were talking about Robin and the dog and the dad and him. I don't think we even were. I don't think we were even talking about my dog at all. I think we were just talking about my dad. And I know like neither of us were expecting it, so we were just talking amongst each other. We weren't talking to Robin at all, but he was sitting there. He was laying at the end of the bed. And we said something, but we were talking about my dad, and I don't remember exactly what we said. We were talking about him. And all of a sudden, the dog jumps off the bed, and we just kept talking. We weren't like really paying any attention to him, but he went over into my mom's closet, and we weren't even really notice him until he came back out with my dad's boots in his mouth, and he jumped back up on the bed with my dad's boot and like sat down on the bed like this with a big sigh. He went with my dad's boot like next to him, almost like in his mouth. He put it down like right in front of him and kind of like sat down on top of it with his paws, like a big sigh, like the boots here, like the boots, drop them, and then goes like a big sad sigh. And we both looked at each other and we're like, oh my god. Like, he's paying attention. Like, that's his way of like showing us that he like knows what we're talking about, and he wanted to go get my dad's boots because he was obviously feeling something, because he like loved my dad so much. So he must have missed my dad, heard us talking about him, and then used his little nose to go find my dad's boots and bring them up to the bed with us. So it was just crazy, and he would do stuff like that all the time. I mean, not all the time, but there was like one other time I was looking for my shoes. And he was a huge shoe thief. He used to always steal everybody's shoes. So there was one time I was looking for my shoes, and I was looking all over, and I had a feeling he stole them. So I held up a different pair of shoes, and I said, "Robin, where are my shoes? Where are they?" I asked him where they were, and he went upstairs, and he went and grabbed one of my shoes and brought it back down to me with a little guilty look on his face and its tail kind of between his legs, like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to." So he went upstairs and got one of my shoes, and then I followed him back up and found where he stashed the other one. So it was just things like that. Like, you could literally have a conversation with the dog because he like knew most words. Like, you could just talk to him like a regular person. It was kind of crazy. So it was so weird afterwards, going from a dog that like knew so much, going back to a dog that like, after he passed away, when I got Aura as a puppy, like, she was just a complete blank slate, and didn't know anything, didn't know any commands, didn't know any words. It was very interesting going from a dog that was like a big wise old man who knew everything to this little puppy who knows nothing. But she's getting smarter. She's a quick learner too. She's more doggy dog than Robin was. Robin was like almost human. She's definitely a dog. But yeah. Everyone who met Robin said he was like half human. Even trainers and dog people who otherwise don't really want you to humanize your pets too much. The people we had watching Robin, he did like a board and train for like a month because we had to go out of town, so we figured it would be good for him to at least get some training and stuff out of it. We had to go to Florida once, and we ended up being there for like almost a month. I think we were there for like 3 weeks. So Robin ended up staying with this woman who did board and train out of her house. And she was like, "This dog is almost human." She also wanted to keep him afterwards. And I'm like, no. I know you had him for 3 weeks, but we want him back. Thank you. Oh. Let me see. Okay, I got some blush. I think the contour is done enough. I don't need to like heavily contour. I don't think I'm really going anywhere. Oh, I can do my like under chin area. That's all I can do. Alright, what else? I want to delete a few more of these so I can. That's another one of my favorites. I have another one of those. I have that one printed somewhere. I gotta find it. I think it's packed because I printed it way before we moved. There, that's just him running. He's got his little tongue out and a blip, blip, blip. I just think that picture is cute. He had such a broad chest. He was like a very broad-chested dog. He had like a barrel chest. You can see it there, especially in this picture. It's like very wide chest. It's like a mane, like a lion. Oh, that one's cute. There's another one of my favorites. Just him licking the snow. He was always like that. He'd lick the snow. Lick the snow, lick the snow. Okay, you gotta take this down to your neck so it doesn't look weird. I still have so much phlegm in my. Oh, that one I have printed on his ash box, actually. The box that I have with his ashes. I have that picture printed too. That one there with him in the snow. You can see his the frozen air coming out of his mouth. It's so cold you can see his breath freeze. Oh, it's so cold. Yeah, that one was. I was talking about that earlier. How it was right on the cusp between winter and fall. It was pretty cool how that picture was taken. There's that same one. You see him in the grass at the bottom of our farm. That's one of the ones I'm going to print. It's the beach. Oh, there's another little artistic rendering of that other photo. It's like the same photo, but I do little artistic rendering things of them. Just for fun. Oh, there's that same pic. Yeah, that's the one I have on his box of ashes that I got when he passed. I put that photo, I cropped it and had just him running. We had a big get together in 2015. It's my high school reunion. Yeah, that's my high school reunion there. Let's see. That's him in my garden. Just saw that one. Saw that one. Oh, that one's funny. He was in the swamp. That's when he was in the swamp, getting all dirty. Okay, this one's hilarious. He always, his whole life, he peed like a girl. Oh my god. Can I get back to that picture? I don't know how to get back to that picture, but it's like one of my favorite. Aw, that was our last Christmas with him. He's sitting by our Christmas tree. It's so hard to... I don't know which picture I'm looking at. It's like... I'm trying to delete pictures to see other ones. That's him barking at a biker when he was a puppy. He used to bark at like every person that went by. See, that's him stealing all of our shoes. He used to sit there and hoard all of our shoes. That's him with my little baby brother. I have a brother who's like very much younger than me. He was born when I was 18. Oh, okay, there's the picture again. He was in the swamp. I love that picture. It's so cute. We were going hiking and he was just finding like every puddle and jumping into it. That's another picture when he was a baby. Probably like 8 months old. Very young. Yeah, that's our high school reunion with a bunch of my friends. We didn't want to go to our real high school reunion, so we had like our own high school reunion at home and just invited like our own group because like none of us really wanted to see all the people from high school. Like, so we just invited like all of the people that we liked and had those people over. That's another picture when he was young. Yeah, he was young there. It's at our first house. That's my bunny house in the back there. There's definitely a puppy there. Wow. That's my friend Jackie. She saw him, met him when he was about 5, 6 months old. He's so young. I'm trying to find... That's at the top. Yeah, there's another one at the top of Mount Major with my brother. We went on a big hike. Yeah, okay, there's that picture. Yeah, he always used to squat like a girl, and I just thought this picture was so funny because it looks like he's hiding behind the lamppost. Like, don't look at me. Don't look at me just because I'm squatting. Don't make fun. Yeah, he never lifted his leg to pee, even though he was a boy. He just never lifted his leg. That's him doing his little natural stack, I call it. He's just standing like he's a show dog. His parents were show dogs, but I never showed him. Yeah, that's when he was young. My friend, let me see. Oh, Aura wants to come in. Yeah, there's his natural stack. He could have been a good show dog, but I never bothered to do that. But his whole family is. I'm looking actually into maybe when I can afford it, because I'm obviously now like $1,000 short from having to do Stratus's ready to say hi? Okay, sorry. My dog was... She was acting like she wanted to come in, but it's my baby brother again. Yeah, obviously now I need to wait until I build up some money again, but eventually I want to look into getting maybe a friend for Aura from the same lines that Robin was from. I couldn't do it after Robin had passed away. I couldn't get another White Shepherd. Like, right after, it was like, it would have been way too hard, but enough years had passed, and they're such good dogs. I think it would be a really good friend for Aura to have another dog in the house, but not right now. I have other things going on right now that I can't handle that right now either, but eventually. Aw, that's Robin giving big kisses to my grandma. That's his younger pic again. There's some pics when he was younger in here, but oh, see, that's when he was a teenager puppy. He doesn't even have his big fluffy tail yet. His tail is still so thin. See how he got his big fluff tail now in this picture when he's older? You can tell when he's young because his tail hasn't even fluffed out. Back to the pee picture. Squatting. It's at the top of the mountain. Top of the mountain. Carrying the bucket. We saw that one. With the shoes. Trying to go through them. That's yeah, that's our favorite hiking trail that we used to go to. Rain or shine, I could let him off leash there because there was like no, it was like a dirt road, but like nobody ever, in the winter they had it blocked off, so I could let him off leash and to run around because there were no cars. They literally block off the road with like a big concrete barrier. So it was like one of the few places that I could take him and let him off leash, but they don't actually, now they're building on that road, so there's going to be more cars on that road, so I can't take dogs there anymore. It sucks, because it used to be like our favorite place to go. There's a big creek that lies, like the road is up here, and then if you scale down the mountainside, there's a creek that's down below. I actually have some pictures from the creek too. So this road, when hopefully we'll get to the pictures where there's the creek, but this road is like above it, and then there's like it's like up a big mountainside, and then you scale down the mountain, and there's a creek that runs down the bottom, like a huge brook. It gets actually pretty deep in the spring, but most of the year it's pretty shallow. But in the spring, when all the water from the mountains runs off, it gets pretty deep. So we stick to the road mostly in the winter, but or in the spring rather, but it's really nice. It used to be like our favorite place to go. Let's see. There's the mountain again. There's a puppy picture again. No, that's on the way to the creek. That's one of the pictures on the farms. He's sitting behind the big farm baler. Oh, there's one of his puppy pictures. It's literally like when I first got him, like a few days after I got him. He was so cute. His ears weren't even standing yet. He used to get big, tired bags under his eyes. I was very young. My baby brother loved him. My little brother loved my dog so much. They were like besties. My dad doesn't have a dog. He's my half brother. Technically, he's my dad and my stepmom, and they won't let him have a dog. So when he came to my house, he would like love to hang out with my dog. Yeah, it's a little puppy picture. I'll try to pull up some more puppy pictures afterwards. There's another one of him in the snow. You saw that one. That's that same creek. I don't think that's the same picture, but that's the same area. Yeah, there's my little bro again. There he is, standing tall with my brother and his friend. He's my older brother. It's our old gazebo. My baby brother. More kisses for grandma. It's the same picture. I'm trying to go through these all, but it's the same picture on the way to the farm. Yeah, you could do anything to this dog. He's like practically laying on top of him. Like I said, I used to lay on top of him too, with half of him on his chest. He didn't care. He was the sweetest, most well-balanced dog. That's when he was older. And he stopped wanting to sleep with me because I talk in my sleep. So I got him his own twin bed because I felt bad that he was sleeping on the floor. So I got him his own twin mattress, and like I gave him couch pillows, and I got him a nice big twin mattress from our pull-out couch. It's so funny. My mom used to like be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "He's too big for a dog bed. He likes to stretch out." He likes his twin mattress. Look at him with his head on the pillow and everything. He was so cozy. That dog lived the life. Yeah, that's still on the way to the creek. There's a little farm that we used to pass. Yeah, that's that area there. This is another picture from like 2012, 2013 where I was laying on him. Yeah, that's a little bit in front of the farm. That farm that I was just talking about. It's like a little bit ahead of it. There's like another big area. You can see the lake and the mountains. That's like Winnisquam. You know, there's like Lake Winnipesaukee. Everyone knows about Lake Winnipesaukee in New Hampshire, but Winnisquam is like the slightly smaller lake that's like right next to it. Oh, okay. This is like part of, there's a little pond and then it goes to the creek that I was talking about. So that's the pond, and then there's a little creek too, but he would actually swim in this pond in the winter, which I did not make him. He would actually did not want him doing it because then he would get all wet and I'd have to give him a bath afterwards because the pond's filthy. So I would let him off leash to go run on this big dirt road because there was no cars, and he would go and jump in the pond and get filthy. It was a pain in the butt. I think there's pictures of him actually swimming in it. This is just a picture of him stepping into it, but he did swim, and you can see there's like snow on the ground still. This was in like March or April, like as the snow is. It's not like as cold as winter, but the outside isn't as cold as winter because it would be April, but the water would be frigid because it's all the water coming up from the melting snow. Frigid. I don't know how he did it. I'd be like, you are crazy, dog. Yeah, there he is. There he is, swimming across the frozen lake. It's like, what are you doing? You're nuts. What are you doing? Oh, that's another picture from... It wasn't right before he died. It wasn't that same set of pictures, but it was like a few weeks before. It was on my other garden. Yep, there he is once again, swimming across the lake. That whole pond would like freeze over entirely in the winter. It has thawed out here, but like think about all the ice that just thawed out is now in the lake, making it so cold. Like it might not be cold enough to freeze, but it's cold. There's probably still chunks of ice that haven't completely melted and floating around in there. This was in early April sometime. I think my thumb is partly over the thing there, but you can see him swimming across. He would have so much fun, though. I'd be like, Robin, get out of there. Let's keep going. Come on. He's such a good dog. Yeah, there he is, swimming across. Let's see. That's one of my favorite ones of him swimming. His little head sticking out of the water like, what? Aw, there's a little selfie. Little wolfy selfie. That's him in the lake again. Me and him. This after he got out of the lake, I tied my sweater around him to try to dry him off a little bit. I had a flannel. Gave him my flannel. Yeah, he loved water. Aura is not as much a fan of water, but Robin loved water. Each time he saw water, he had to jump in. Anytime. There's him on my bed, being a big sleepy goon. It's us hanging out in my garden. He fell asleep that time when I dressed him up with my hat and a little beer bottle to try to make him look like he fell asleep drunk. My brother and my doggo. That's my best friend. And Robin, when Robin was very young, once again, he was probably barely a year old. That's when her and Robin used to go play in this little field around the corner from my old house. And that's an older Robin in my garden, surrounded by squash plants, looking very happy. That might be a nice picture if I could crop it, but I don't want to cut like off his legs and stuff. I want to make sure I can crop it in a way that shows him, his whole body. He's so cute. There's that picture again. Looks so small there. He's a big dog, but sometimes he looks small, depending on the angle. Yeah. That's my bro. I used to be so mean to him when he fell asleep. They'd put hats on his head and beer bottles, and I put a bird on his head. That's at Christmas. That's like a pair of antlers, but the way he's like got his ears back, you can't really see it. We put it's like a little antler headband I put on him. That picture again. I should just put that picture on just because it makes me laugh every time. I have to print that and hang it somewhere. Oh, that's him watching my goats and my chickens. We still have Whiskey the goat. There's the antler picture again. It's with my friend. It keeps bringing up the same pics. Why do you keep bringing the same pics? Oh, that one's cute. Yeah, Robin liked my friend Jackie too. He liked her a lot. There's me. There's me and Robin. Just going for a little walk down the street. There's Robin and the goats again. There's a little photo shoot we did around the mountain. Okay, there's a small pic. Okay, I don't know, I made these smaller or something. Okay, here, I'll upload some, let me go through, I'll add some of his puppy pictures just so you guys can see his puppy pictures. And then I gotta get off here. I gotta give Stratus his medicine, actually, it's a little late. And, stuff like that, so. Here, I'll open up his puppy pictures. So there's his puppy. Let's see. Ooh, is this going? There it goes, okay. I didn't know if it was... Wasn't he cute with his little marrow bone? He's so happy. That's when we first got him. I had to go to work, so my mom took him to work so I could see him halfway through the day. I worked at a garden center, so it wasn't a big deal for him to come by. Okay, that's the picture with the dandelion that I said I had that picture with him older. I tried to like do a reshoot of the same picture, but with him older. So he liked it because he was like staring at it like he couldn't, like he'd seen something crazy for the first time. That's his toy basket that we had him learn to put all his toys in. That's him just being a cute little sleepy pupper. Oh. And that's how I used to sleep on him when he was an adult. I obviously don't have my full weight on him right there, but I guess he just learned to let me do that because that's how I used to hug him. And then as he got older, I used to just fall asleep like that on top of him. This looks like a little polar bear there. I called him a little wolf pup or a little polar bear. He was so cute. There's him with his little ball and his little crooked ears. His ears would like stand up. This is pretty normal of German Shepherds, but I thought it was so cute. Because I'd never had a Shepherd before until him. One ear would stand up, and then it would like, he'd have one ear up and one ear down, and then the other ear would like fall down, and then they both stood up, and then one fell like half down, so his ears were like always crooked. I used to call him Floppy because he had like a floppy ear, so I'd call him my floppy puppy. Well, because his floppy ear, and plus when puppies walk, they like flop around all over the place. They're so clumsy. So I used to call him my floppy puppy. That's him eating his raw meat. He was on a raw food diet since the day he was born, pretty much. Well, since he got weaned. So his breeder is the one that told us about the raw diet, and we kept him on it because that's what she had him on since he was weaned. And then we started doing it with Aura. Since we'd done it for his whole life, for Robin's whole life. We just kept going with it. So we learned a lot over the years. Yeah, there's him with his little marrow-bone. I love how they have like these huge ears that they haven't grown into yet. Him with his little ball. Those are cute pictures too. These ones with him in the grass. He looks like so beautiful. He got his big old paws. Such a cute dog. Obviously not going to put his... Look how small he was. Yeah, I'm obviously not going to put his puppy pictures in the thing, but I just wanted to show you some of these because they were really cute. There's like a few of him playing like peekaboo. That's cute. Oh, that one's one of my favorites. There's Red Blanket. And his big puppy paws, his black paws. Learning to give paw. Like I said, he learned a lot very young. He's learned to give paw. He learned his sit. The only thing he was terrible at was his recall. He had very bad recall. But everything else, he was like on point, very smart. He was so cute. Look at that little face. Yeah, that's him waiting for my dad to get home. Like I was saying earlier, how he used to wait for my daddy to get home. It started at a very young age. My dad would pull into the driveway, and that's him. That was him standing over the deck, looking out into the driveway, waiting. Yeah, here he looks like a little polar bear too. A little polar bear. That's him with his skinny little tail. He almost looks like a husky there, just because he looks like almost as big as Aura, but very small. It's my mom teaching him sit when he was little. Having him do sit. Yeah. That's cute. Okay, yeah, there's his big floppy ears and his like huge paws. His huge paws, his wacky ears. It's funny. That's just him in the grass. I guess, hanging out. He's with my brother, his old girlfriend, me holding him. Let's go into the same, few of the same pictures again. It's him in the grass. I'm gonna do the same thing. Delete a few so I can make sure going through them all. It's him with a big raw bone. That one's cute. That's the same one in the car, but a different picture, like the same day. It's him with his wiry little tail and his frisbee. He was obsessed with frisbees. Oh my god. I think I'm going to upload a video of my old dog. I have like an old training video. I might upload it at some point. He used to do all of his training. He was not food motivated at all. Like, giving him treats, he didn't even care. He wouldn't do anything for a treat, but if you just hold a frisbee in his hand, you could get him to, in your hand, you could get him to do anything. You just have to hold it. Like, you don't even have to give it to him. You just hold the frisbee in your hand and have him do a bunch of stuff, and then you would go play. So the reward was getting a big play session at the end, but he would do anything just for the thought of the frisbee. And we had to kind of figure out how to do that because he didn't care about the food. He did not care about treats. He just wanted to play. Not food motivated at all. There's another paw. Go through these. It's him destroying. I had this big foam frisbee that our friend gave us, and that's him destroying it. That's him sitting in a hole. He dug a hole and then sat in it. It's another one of him destroying the frisbee. I have another one that's sitting in the middle of it, but I don't know if I can find it. I'm just going back to the same one. That's my brother having him sit for a ball. Look how tiny he was. Look how tiny and fuzzy. That's one of my brother's friends, I think, in the background. That's just him being a big fuzz. A big little fuzz ball. Well, that's our old house, too. I miss my old house. And that's the house I, lived in after high school with my stepdad when he was sick. And a lot of good memories there. He was sick, but we made the most of it, and we made a lot of memories. It was good going out on the boat and stuff like that. Oh my god, that's like literally the day we got him. That's like my first picture of him. His teeny little tail, and he used to fall asleep in his water dish. He was so tiny. Oh my goodness. To keep him from drowning, he would put his paws in his dish while he drank. And he fell asleep in his water. He's so cute. I'm going through and deleting these as I go. Oh, there's him and my chickens. See, that's how he got used to being around my chickens, because he was with them since he was a puppy. It's him running around the field as a pup. Yeah, that's him sleeping in his water. He's so funny. Yeah, he was a big fuzzball. He was very young there, too. There's a black and white version of that same picture. Yeah, these are all his puppy pictures. Here's the red blanket one. Just going through and looking at these. That's another one. It's cute. There's one I had of him sitting in the middle of the frisbee, but I don't know where it went. Oh, that's us going for a big walk. There's a walk we used to go down by the apple orchards. We used to pick apples. It said, oh, that's a quote from the wild still lingered in him and something. Hold on, I can't remember what that said. It was a quote from I think White Fang, something like that. Oh, and the wolf in him, the wild still lingered in him, and the wolf in him merely slept. I think it's a quote from either White Fang or what's it called? The Call of the Wild. One of those. One of those Mark Twain, not Mark Twain, Jack London books. I just made it as a little thing with its marrow bone. I just go through the rest of these. There's not that many left. It keeps showing the same ones. Let's see. Yeah, that was the one going to the apple orchard up the hill. There was a series of fields that our neighbors used to let us run around in. We didn't have a dog park for a very long time in our town. It literally just got built this year or last year with Aura, or a couple years ago, I think, when Aura was a pup. It finally got built, but they've been talking about building our dog park for literally years. When I got Robin as a puppy, they were talking about building it, and they never did. They've been trying to get it approved for a very long time, for 15 years, and they finally got it approved when Aura was a puppy, and they built it. And I did take Aura to the grand opening. I think I have a video of it somewhere, but I had just never posted it. If you guys want to see that, I can post it, the grand opening of our dog park. But I used to have to go around and try to find places to bring Robin to run around because he had so much energy. We had a big yard, but it wasn't fenced in or anything, and it was pretty close to the road, so I had to try to find places that were more set back. So we had our neighbor that was down the street. If you go down that dirt road, it's always better to go on dirt roads because they're less traveled. So if you go to down the end of that, all the way to the end of that dirt road was a dead end. So there was a ton of fields that were farm fields for just making hay. So in between hayings, they would let us take Robin down there, and he could just run around in the fields because they had 6 fields that just went back to back, all the way down. It was a huge property. They were surrounded by stone walls and stuff, so I could bring him down there and he could run around, and it was really close to my house, so I could just walk there. Then we would stop at the apple orchard and pick some apples on the way home. I would make apple pies for my stepdad, who was always sick. He used to me baking for him at night. I would make him little apple pies, and we'd watch movies. And those were the nice days back then. Okay, I don't think there's that many more. I'm gonna go delete the rest of these. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Okay. Oh, why is it bringing that back up? Whoop. Let me see. Okay. So let me turn that off. Let me delete the slideshow. I'm just learning how to use this OBS thing today. It's kind of a very new thing to me, and I still don't know how to do everything, so I hope that wasn't too annoying. But if you like looking at pictures of my dog and learning different, I don't know, listening to different memories I have with him, then hopefully you might have enjoyed some of that. I'm gonna get, well, here, let me go give this medicine to my cat, because I'm a little late doing that. He's sleeping anyway, but let me go wake him up and give him his medicine. And then I'll finish doing just my eyes, and then I'll get going, because I have some stuff to do around here still in this crazy moving process. This is a pain in the butt to open. Is this the right one? Stratty cat! Hopefully he eats it. They said sometimes they'll just eat it, and other times you have to pill them. They said most cats like to just eat it, so we'll see. Come on! Here's Stratty! Oh, there you are. Come here. You want it? Let me see if he'll eat it. Make sure you get out of pain, huh? Come here. There you go. Let me see. You just gonna eat it? You gonna eat it? Okay. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, okay. He's just gonna eat it. He's gonna be one of those good cats who just eats it. That's good. That's good. Yeah, they said some cats will just eat it and other cats you have to pill them. Which involves like having to shove your finger in the back of their throat essentially and like force them to swallow it. But he's one of the good ones. Aw. You're one of the good ones. You just eat it because you're a good boy. Yeah. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. He's purring again. Yes, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's so good. He's so good. Puppy. Oh, little baby. Little butt. Alright, okay. Now we're gonna do just a little bit of blue eyeshadow. I like to do blue when I wear blue. I don't know, should I do blue? I can do blue, or I can do like silver, but I can do blue and silver. That'd be nice. I have a silver here that's really cool on this CoverGirl True Naked Dazed palette here. I hate when they break though. They're moving and a bunch of them broke. See, they broke. That's annoying because then they get all over the place. But here, let's see. We'll do a little bit of a light blue, a dark blue, and then I'll do a silver. How's that? Get a bigger, get one of my, I need a bigger brush. Brush sucks. Okay, this will work. Here's the one I have with blue. Okay, so I've got light blue here. And then I'm gonna do, I have this darker blue. I don't know the name of it. Does it say it? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the fifth one. Vital, I think is what it's called. Three, 4, 5, yeah. There's 2 blues on here that are like, let's see, put it on there. These 2 blues here. It's like a lighter blue and a darker blue. I'm gonna try to do the darker one. Oh, my alarm is ringing. Let me try to get that out of there. Stop! Dismiss. Go away, alarm. Go away. Go away. Okay. Look at this darker blue. Let's see. What is it? Maybe it's almost like a liner kind of in the area here. And under the eye, like this. So there's that. And then I might take a little bit of this black. It's like a silvery black. And just tap it over this here. And just kind of shadow it out a little bit up top. Like that. There. Ready. Screwing with my box. There we go. Whoops. Well, I just kind of smeared it a little bit, but oopsies. So that's that. I smeared it a tiny bit right on the side here. So I gotta fix that, but that's what powder's for. Where's my powder? I just use a little white powder and go over it. And I can take a little bit of this cloth and fix anything that is drippage. And then take some more of this and get the fall. Oh, don't want to drop that and break it again. Get any fallout underneath. again. Look at that. There we go. Perfect. And then at the very end, I take some of the white, like, it's not white, it's like a peachy powder. This is all drugstore makeup. I'm not rich and I can't afford like nice makeup, but this is decent. And then I just go under the eye. And just fix that here. I did the contour, so this is just highlighting, or, you know, at least lightening certain areas above and below the contour, so the contour stands out a little more. I'm just smoothing my skin a little more. I don't like to put on a bunch of foundation because I feel like it makes me break out sometimes, so I will use powders. I try to. If I have like a lot of pimply breakout already, then I'll use some foundation to cover it up, but I generally have pretty good skin, so I don't feel like I need all that. I did want to do a tiny bit of nose contour. I don't like my big schnoz. Well, I like my nose, but especially lately it's been swollen and it looks big. I'm just trying to define it a little more. Like, I like it, I just like it a little more defined. I don't dislike my nose. My nose is fine. It's my nose. Okay, so I gotta get my contour thing again, which I usually either use this Milani palette or I use the other side of this contour palette, which broke, so I put it into a different container so it didn't get all over the white stuff. But I'll just use this one because I don't want to take out the other thing. I don't want to have to open something else. So put a little bit on here, and then go right down the side of the nosy, like that. And on the other side, which, okay, I need a little more. Use a small brush. I use a small brush to apply it and then a bigger brush to buff it out. And I go even down here a little bit too and just shade that area so it just defines everything, even around the nostrils. Just so you can see where everything is. Go in a little bit. You can bring that up and in a tiny bit. Like that. And then grab a highlight and put it on the tip. And I'm gonna up here. See, I'm trying to do it. I'm gonna do some highlight over here on the cheek. And then I take this little brush, little fan brush kind of thing, and just kind of go up and down off that whole area. And bring that shading down, up and down. Ta-da! See, it just defines it a little more, just so you can see where the bridge is so it doesn't flare all the way down. I feel like when you look at my nose sometimes it like almost looks like a big blob in the middle of my face, especially with lighting and stuff, so it just evens out the lighting on your face by makes the light hit the right areas. Oh, my nose is a little stuffy still. Okay. Put all those back. So, yeah, I guess the get ready with me ended up taking longer than most of it. Like, took till the end of the video to get to the get ready with me part. But I'm not even getting ready for anything, so I'm just getting ready to putz around my house and put some stuff away. Just hanging out watching my cat, making sure he's okay today, and putting some moving stuff away. So yeah, this was the Artries thing. If you guys are interested in them, I dropped the link. And like I said before, I also dropped the link to my PayPal. And I'll try to put it in the description as well. I do think I have it in the description of most of my videos. And at the end of most of my videos, I usually have a thing, just if you want to support the channel in general. But, I think if you can put a note on, I don't remember if you can put a note on, like, when you send a PayPal payment. Most of my money for the next while is probably going to go to the cat anyway, but, if you saw this video, I'd like to kind of know if who's PayPaling me because they saw this video in particular and are donating towards the cat versus anyone who just is donating to the channel in general. I just kind of want to know for my own sake, just in general, but most of anything money I make anyway is probably going to have to be redirected away from the channel and towards my cat bill anyway for the next little while because I need to pay that back. So yeah, if there's a way to put a note on there, you can just write cat and that would be great. If not, that's fine too. You can always leave just in the comments that you donated for the cat and I'll be able to probably match that up with anything that comes into PayPal. So once again, the PayPal was this. Copy, and I'll try to put it in the descriptions for, let's see, donation to help Stratus the cat vet bills. I'll just do that. So I'm gonna get going because I have some things to do around here. It's still not the greatest setup in this house yet. I need to get more hangers. I have like more clothes to put away, but I don't have any more hangers. So yeah, here. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do there. I have to get more hangers and stuff like that. So I didn't even have stress hanging out behind me. Hi, bud. Yeah. Hi. He's such a good boy. My baby. He was in such a bad mood the other night. He was so upset. It's so nice to see him back to being his happy-go-lucky kitty stuff. And, yeah, I wanted to show my outfit today. It's just my favorite pair of jeans. I don't know, they're just really comfy. That's why they're my favorite. They're not like particularly stylish or anything, but it's just my favorite pair of jeans. And this cool sweater that I got at Goodwill. It's like got this is built into it. This black shirt part. But I don't know, I just like the design on the sweater. It's got like peacock feathers and stuff. It's like blue peacock feathers. I don't know. I'm weird. I like fun designs and stuff, so that's how it is. And I don't have any nice shoes on. I just got my slippers because I'm lounging around, but yeah, that's it. If you do donate, please put in the comments so I can thank you properly. Do it for Stratus because he loves everybody. Say bye, Stratus, and thank you. Say thank you, Stratus. You say thank you? You say thank you? He says, let me go. Bye-bye. Meow, meow. Okay, there you go. There you go. All right, bye, guys. I'm all set. Thanks. Let me see if I can figure out how to turn this off. End stream.